Morning everyone, Sam here. Out at Grange Golf Club today, we're going to work on our downswing sequencing. So what to do when we get to the top of our swing. And what I see a lot of people do, you've been coaching for 3 or 4 years now, the majority of golfers get to the top of their swing and they just release their body, turn and leave the club face open, quite often cutting across the ball, hitting on top of the ball, hitting a big slice. So today's video is going to go through the 4 factors you need to keep in mind from the top of your swing to engage that downswing onto the ball to be more successful in our golf shots. So the 4 key points are what I refer to as DDTR, so dip, drive, turn, release. Now these things obviously work pretty closely with each other, so that the sequencing is very important, and it's just a matter of milliseconds in terms of what happens next. So the first 2 are dip and drive, and these 2 work very closely with each other. So I'll just get to the top of my swing here, okay? Top of the swing, and the first thing that really needs to happen is a little bit of that dip, so you can sort of see my head drop a little bit down, and then that drive forward. So I'm really igniting my weight shift from my right back to my left. That's going to help us, first of all, hold that angle. So we're dipping down, driving, holding, maintaining that club head lag, and creating a nice compression onto the ball. A downward strike onto the ball. We need to be compressing the ball against the turf to allow for that good contact. Less so with driver. This is more for irons. Driver is a little bit more of a sweeping action. We'll go through that in the next video. But that's the first 2 factors, is that dip and drive. So dip and drive through back to our left. Now the next factor is the turn. So very important part of it. We mustn't forget to do that turn, that release. So we want to have that dip and drive, but also, slightly after, if not almost at the same time, just after that dip and drive, we want to have that turn. So we want to release our lower body, release our hips, get our belt buckle starting to work towards the target. That's going to help us get the club on path and release that body, release that energy onto the ball. Okay, so that's the third part of it. And the last part is the release. So DDTR, the release part. So of course we must remember to release the club head, because if we do our dip drive turn, the club's going to be a little bit left open, probably going to hit a few blocks, maybe the dreaded S word, but we must work to release the club as well in that sequence. Okay, so top of the swing, dip drive turn, and then release. Really give it that release to square up that face. So we put all those factors into play. To enable you to hit more consistent iron shots, better contact, straighter and longer. Good luck.
Innocent say I keep a